Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chwana. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this particular loose dress. Let's get straight to it. So I'm using about 2 yards of African print fabric, and I've already went ahead to fold the fabric like this. Now, the folding, I divided the shoulder to shoulder measurement, which is the cross back, by 2, and it's 16 by 2, so that gives me 8 inches like this. So that's where I've placed the tape measure. Okay, now after that, I'm going to add the sleeve length. So measure from there where you marked up to how long you want your sleeve to be. So the sleeve is actually 9. I added half inch to it for joining allowance at the end of the sleeve. So that's it. Okay, so for the length is 43 inches. I went ahead to add about 2 inches to the length, making it 45. So that's almost the length. That's the length of the African print itself. So that's what I'm going to be using. Okay, guys. So basically, as I said earlier, the shoulder to shoulder measurement by 2. Then you add your sleeve length for the folding. So that's what I used to fold the front part of the dress. That's exactly what we are doing. All right. Now marking it upward like this. The shoulder to shoulder measurements by 2 like this. So now from the shoulder, I'm going down for the round sleeve circumference, which is 16. That makes it 8. So I'm going to add 1.5 to it for the seam allowance. So that will be 9.5. So that's exactly what I'm marking down there. So I went ahead to extend the point together, the shoulder to shoulder measurement divided by 2, the point together. Now I'm going to go down to my bust point, which is 10 inches, then to my waistline, the waistline which is 16, to the hip which is 24, and then for the full length of the dress. All right, so I'm going to mark that as well. I'm sorry for the fainted chalk. I'm sorry the chalk is not clear, but I hope you follow what I'm saying and you'll be able to make it. So to the bust line, which is 10 inches, to the waist 16, and to the hip, which is 24. I'll go ahead and stand the point together as you can see me doing. I'm dreaming in dreams bigger than me, taking my time, giving to me, pay my. Now I'll go to the bust line, then I'm going to divide the bust circumference by 4. Then I'll add 1 inch for easiness. Then I'll mark it there. I'll then add 2.5 seam allowance to it. Now on this particular style, I'm going to ignore the waistline. Then I'll move on to the hip line. That's basically what we are going to use for the dress. So I'm going to divide the hip circumference by 4. Then I'm going to add at least 1 inch for easiness, or how loose you want the dress to be. You can add 1.5 or 2 inches, but I want it to be 1 inch, so I'm going to add 1 inch for the easiness. Then I'll mark it there. Then I'll go ahead and add 2.5 seam allowance to it like so. Now we are using the hip line, the measurement on the hip line for all of the rest of the down part of the dress. So I'll repeat that measurement for the hem of the dress. The hip line measurement, I'm going to repeat it for the hem of the dress. So I'm just remeasuring it. Then I'm going to repeat it at the hem of the dress as you can see me doing. I'll add exactly the seam allowance. Okay, so that's basically it for now. Okay, now for the neckline, the neck width, I'm going to go in 3 inches like this. For the neck depth, I'll go down just 1.5 inches and connect it like this. After that, I'll go ahead and give this a curve. a curve like so. All right. Now for the shoulder, I'm going to go down from the shoulder 1 inch. I'll go down from the very end of the shoulder like this, 1 inch. And I'm going to connect it, sorry, I'm going to connect it to the neckline as you can see me doing. So I'm using my tape measure to roll that to connect it to the neckline. Now I'll come down from the shoulder for the sleeve, sorry, the round sleeve circumference divided by 2 plus 8 allowance that we've already marked. Now I'm going to give it a curve to connect it to that of the um bust line, the bust points like this. I'll give it a curve to connect it to the bust seam allowance point. Now after that has been done, I'll repeat the hip circumference measurement on the waistline, then I'll connect it to the curve that is on the bust line. Then I'm going to continue to curve this up. Now, sorry, on the waistline, I just deducted 1 inch just to give it a slight shape at the waist. So I deducted 1 inch from the hip, sorry, from the hip measurement. Then I went ahead to connect this together. I went ahead to connect this together. Now the down parts as well, if you want to give it a shape, you can actually go ahead and deduct um your inches from it. So the down part, as you can see, it's giving a somehow fitting shape. I just deducted 1 inch from the down part as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I hope you understand to this point. If you want it that loose, you can ignore the deduction at the waist and then the deduction at the hem of the dress and just make it straight. I just want this to come out a bit um shaped. Yeah, so that is it. This is the first part. Now, as you can see, I didn't cut out the neckline. As you can see, I didn't cut out the neckline. I'll do that after I've cut the other part, which is the back part of um the dress. So I will use this the first piece that we cut to cut out the second piece or the back part of the dress.
Won't stop till I see what I want to see.
Hey guys, please if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please hit on the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell, like this video, and please do share this video. Leave a comment if you enjoyed watching the tutorial or you have a question for me. Now, let's get to the necklines. We've already marked that for the back parts of the dress. Now for the front part of the dress, I went down 7 inches like this. Then I'll maintain that of the neck width. Then I'll connect it, giving it a vein-like shape like so, as you can see me doing like this. All right. Now I'll connect to the shoulder slope again. Then I'll first of all cut out the back neckline, which has the 1.5 depth. I just cut that out. Then I'll cut out the shoulder slope as well. Now I'll separate the two pieces of the dress and cut out the front neckline as you can see me doing. So that's basically it for the necklines. Alright. So I went ahead to open them up and then I'll place them on each other. Now as you can see the front piece is down, then I place the back piece on it with the right side of both fabric facing each other. Now I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and then I'm going to join the shoulders with 1/2 inch seam allowance. So I'm using my chalk to illustrate it. So this is it. I'm going to join the shoulders with half of an inch.
I'm dreaming in dreams bigger than me, taking my time.
So guys, this is how it turned out after joining the shoulders. So I'm separating the front piece like this. I'm going to fold it back like this. I'll take the front part of the dress out like this, then fold it up as you can see me doing. Okay, I'll go ahead and just give it a press before I split the front piece. Now, I'll take my scissors and then split the front part of the dress up like this. Okay guys, so this is how it turned out after splitting the front piece. So what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to lay it flat like this. Then I'm going to use my measuring tape to measure around the front piece split. Yeah, around the neckline as well, like I'm illustrating with my hand. So I will start from one end of the front piece like this with my tape measuring. I'm going to measure around the front piece, then around the neckline, then then to the other end. So see how I'm measuring? I just took the straight measurement of the front piece. I marked it. Then I'm going to measure from where I've marked around the neckline to add it to that of the straight part of the front piece. I hope I'm making sense. Because the measuring tape is that short, and I mean it's shorter than that of the measurement around the front piece. So yeah. So after measuring around it, the measurement that you get, that's what you're going to use to cut your band. So I have this band as long enough to be able to join it to the front piece or the front part of the dress. Okay, so this is it. It's 3 inches as you can see, and then the length is as long as it can be able. Make sure it can be able to cover around the front part of the dress. So I'm going to join it like so. I'm going to join it with half of an inch to that of the front part of the dress, the front split. Hi fam, please if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, hit on the like button, leave a comment if you enjoy watching the tutorial, and please do share this video to other sewing lovers. Now I went ahead to pin this down. I went ahead to pin it around the neckline area, then down to that of the other end of the shirt to join it with half of an inch seam allowance.
I'm dreaming in dreams bigger than me, taking my time, giving to me, pay my life.
Now, after pinning this, I'm taking this sewing machine to join the band to that of the front part of the of the dress. So this is how it turned out. This is it. This is how it turned out. Okay. Now I'll take out the front part of the dress like this, fold it again, then I'm placing it down. Okay. So now what we are going to do next, I'm going to lay the bands together at the front like this. Then I'll first of all pin them down. I'll pin the band down. I'm just trimming off the excess of the band at the bottom of the dress. Now from the neckline, I'll go down 10 inches then I'll mark it. Now, that's the neck depth that I want. This is optional. It depends on how long you want your neckline to be. Then I'm going to join the band together like this with about quarter of an inch. With quarter of an inch, I'm going to join the band at the front part of the shirt. Sorry, of the dress. So I'll go ahead and then pin it before I take it to the sewing machine to join it up to where the neck depth ends. So that's basically it. Let me take it to the sewing machine and join the band at the front part of the dress. Okay, so now I've been able to join the band at the front part of the dress. So I'm going to put this together to be able to join the sleeves band and then to join the sides of the dress. Okay, so I'm putting them together before I lay them properly on the table. Now, using the back part of the dress, I will use it to trim off the excess of the fabric at the sides of the dress, as you can see me doing. Okay guys, so now I'm going to be joining the band for the sleeve as well. So these are the bands. I have two for them. Alright, so the width for it is 1 3/4 of an inch, almost 2 inches. Yeah, a quarter to 2 inches like this. So that's what I'm going to use to join the sleeve. Now I'll turn it and then place it under the the sleeve at the right side of it. Then I will join it on the wrong side of the fabric or the wrong side of the dress with half of an inch. I'll do same for the other piece as well, other side of the dress as well. So it just came out like this. This is how it came out. All right, now you're going to be joining the sides. We're almost done. But then if you want to attach pocket to the sides of the dress, just do it now. Then you join the side. So now you're going to join the side. So I'm going to mark the round sleeve circumference, which is 14 by 2, which gives us 7 inches. So exactly that I'm going to mark over there, or the allowance that I left for the sleeves. I'll just go in and then mark it like this. Then I'll connect it to the sides allowance and then mark it downwards. So this shows that we have 1 inch as seam allowance. So that's exactly how it's going to look like. Now I'm going to repeat what we just did on the other side of the dress. I'll go in with a 1 inch side seam allowance like this. Then I'm going to connect that to the side seam allowance, which is 1 inch like this, all the way down to the hem of the dress. So exactly that, I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and then join the sides. Alright, so this is how it turned out after joining the side. So I'm going to turn it to the right side of the dress. I'll turn it to the right side of the dress. Before I do that, I'll just give it a little price and then open up the seam at the center of the front part of the dress and then give it a price. Then I'll go ahead to turn it, to fold up the hem before I turn it to the right side. Yeah. So the allowance that I left for the hem, I'll just first of all move on. Sorry, go in with about half of an inch and then move the rest allowance in and then flat iron it. Just as you can see me doing. All round. I'm doing this all round. So guys, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do me a favor by clicking on the subscribe button, like this video, and please share this video to other sewing lovers. Okay. So after this, I'm taking the sewing machine to run stitches all around the dress. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it to the right side of the dress. Alright, so this is how it turned out. Just give it a price, then you're good to go. So this is the dress. If you enjoy watching this tutorial, please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this tutorial. And thank you for being with me till now. Keep being amazing wherever you are. Love you. Bye.